PC Police.
It's just a coffee cup, jeez. The holiday season is here again, and there's the new Starbucks holiday tradition of triggering conservative Christians with their special holiday cups. This year is no exception. Released on November 1st of this year, the cup design features holiday imagery like snow, wrapped gifts, and people wearing sweaters holding hands. Seems pretty normal, right? Wrong. Here's why. The latest controversy has focused on a pair of gender-neutral hands innocently holding each other on the side of the cup itself. Various media have all published their take on the design. Fox News and The Blaze both have suggested that Starbucks is using the design to promote homosexuality. In response to the allegations, Starbucks spokeswoman said the company intentionally designed the cup so their customers can decide for themselves. Like we said earlier, this isn't the first time Starbucks has stirred up a discussion like this. In 2015, conservative media and then presidential candidate Donald Trump accused Starbucks of starting a war on Christmas because of the cup's minimalist design. Do you think Starbucks has a gay agenda? Let us know in the comments below. Starbucks, where they serve you the best coffee and espresso drinks.
Starbucks hero saves the day. A 58-year-old man has been hailed a hero after he beat up a hoodlum who was trying to rob his local Starbucks. Craig Jerry was seated at a table when a robber in a Transformers mask entered the store and made a beeline for the counter. He demanded money from the Starbucks clerk, threatening her with a fake gun and a knife. Jerry saw what was happening and grabbed a chair, even as another employee looked on bemused and ever so chill. Jerry made for the robber and whacked him with the chair twice. A wild fight ensued as both struggled to get the upper hand. The thug stabbed Jerry in the neck at some point during the minute-long fight, but the older man was unfazed. He got hold of the weapon and stabbed the suspect's face and torso with it. The robber was a bloody mess, but somehow managed to get away, even telling the cops later that he was a carjacking victim. Unfortunately for him, the cops soon figured out he was the Starbucks robbing Optimus Prime, and he'll be off to prison as soon as he gets out of the hospital. Jerry, meanwhile, had to get staples to close up the wound in his neck, but is expected to be back saving coffee shops in no time. LGBT support brews trouble for Starbucks in Indonesia. Vocal support for gay rights has landed Starbucks in hot water in Indonesia, with one of the country's loudest Muslim leaders calling for a nationwide boycott. The hostility stems from CEO Howard Schultz's 2013 comments, which positioned Starbucks as an early supporter of marriage equality in the US. Fahira Idris and her anti-gay brigade claim the company's position on equal rights for gay people is incompatible with Indonesian culture, and as such, she's lobbying the government to revoke Starbucks' Indonesian business license and is calling on religious organizations to pressure their coffee-loving followers to boycott the company. She's not without support. The hashtag Boycott Starbucks briefly trended with around 25,000 mentions in early July, but the campaign seems to have run out of steam. You know, frankly, the idea is stupid. If you really want to boycott companies that support gay rights, you're going to need to quit using Facebook and Apple products and never watch another Disney movie, as all of these companies are equal rights supporters. Oh, and don't forget Dell, Google, and Unilever. So if you want to use computers, check out that new Blockbuster, or wash your hair in a fully, totally, non-gay way. Looks like you're out of luck. Unsurprisingly, many Indonesians, Muslims and otherwise, have called the boycott campaign moronic, citing it as another example of religious fanatics trying to tell people how to live. Still, Starbucks may not completely be out of hot water, as the boycott campaign has reportedly spread to neighboring Malaysia. Trump fans protest Starbucks by buying more Starbucks. Supporters of Donald Trump are making a statement against Starbucks after a viral video showed a white Trump voter crying discrimination at one of the coffee giant stores. You know, after waiting far too long for his coffee. So, in a show of unity, fans of the Donald are taking aim at Starbucks by getting baristas to write Trump on their cups, forcing them to yell out the name when the drinks are ready. And though quite a number of participants have gotten exactly what they wanted, others were trolled just as hard, if not harder. The president-elect's minions are extremely happy with their genius Trump Cup operation. Never mind that Starbucks is cashing in on this lucrative moment and is clearly the real winner here. If anyone's annoyed, it's the baristas.
And you really ought to be nicer to your barista if you want to remain caffeinated.
Apparently, employees are also not required to write names on cups or call out names. Really should have thought this one through, Trump fans.
Starbucks CEO tells baristas to be nice to stock market losers. Starbucks Coffee CEO and Chairman Howard Schultz sent out an email to the company's 190,000 employees, who were referred to as partners in Starbucks parlance, telling them to be extra nice to customers who may be stressed out about the recent stock market crash. On what's being called Black Monday, the Dow Jones Industrial Average took a nearly 600-point dive to hit an 18-month low. Schultz's email said, in part, "Today's financial market volatility, combined with the great political uncertainty both at home and abroad, will undoubtedly have an effect on consumer confidence. And our customers are likely to experience an increased level of anxiety and concern." Adding, "Let's be very sensitive to the pressures our customers may be feeling, and do everything we can to individually and collectively exceed their expectations." Schultz ended his email by reassuring partners that our growth plans for the future of our company will not be impacted by turmoil in the financial markets. Looks like another Starbucks publicity stunt to paint itself as the corporate juggernaut with a heart of gold.